Mystic again. It is then that is leading Declan. Here he is in second place as they come through chicane number 1, Variante number 1. P White there, as I say, just holding it strong there in third place, just seeing what's going to happen ahead of him. Thinking about what opportunities he's going to get, what he can do. Remember, he's been on the hard tyres, now on the medium, so he's going to be leading those soft tyres to the final stint, or at least be in the final compound. So he's going to be looking to pick up a bit of pace at that point as he goes past GR3 Paul. Shiraglio now. Keane in fourth place. It's all changing every time you come back to driver. Positions are changing. It's just how quick this happens here on this particular championship, and we have eyes everywhere. As we see Hodgie in fifth place, coming up and under the bridge now towards Ascari. Lights just beginning to fade. Sun's just going down in the distance, and it's a little bit misty out there now, doesn't it? So maybe the track temperature will go down slightly because of that. At the moment it's not holding up Hodgie, is it? Nathan in sixth place. Graham's teammate. Livery suits the GR3 better than it does the GR1, but still looks good. So let's just run down. We will run down the GR1. So it's Mr. Clegg leading it at the moment in first. Declan, who's very close now, he's closing in, isn't he? Closing in quick as well on Mr. Clegg. There in second, and we've got P White holding his own in third. Keane in fourth. Hodgie there in fifth. Nathan in sixth. Here's your GR1s. And then we've got in the GR3s, Paul in seventh. Evil Knievel in eighth. Chasing down by That's Life in ninth. But that's a close battle between these two. GR1 behind them, so that's going to put them off a little bit. They've just got to race their own race. She will go past them both down here anyway. So Evil Knievel just ahead then of That's Life in ninth. So I've got a feeling that battle between them two is going to continue for a little while longer. Mediums for That's Life, and I think mediums also for Evil. It is, yeah, so fuel-wise though, they're going to both having to come in. That's Life's got slightly less than Evil Knievel as he has a look now to try and get that 8th place off him. The feeling is going to be, yes, just starting to flash now. That's Life. It's fuel, so he's going to be looking to be coming in next time around. Be a battle of the pit lane between these two, because Evil, I'd imagine, will be in as well at some time. He's got a bit more than That's Life, but a close battle. What about up here? Pass on. No. So we'll stay in ninth for now. That's Life. Got Captain Slow in 10th and that GTR. Graham in the Merc in 11th. And then we've got Potsy in the Corvette in 12th place. We'll go back to That's Life and Evil Knievel, because This looks to be the closest battle in terms of the GR3s anyway that we have on track at the moment. Both of whom are going to be needing to come in for fuel. That's Life will be coming in this lap now. So this battle could well end as he comes round the Parabolica. Assuming Evil Knievel doesn't go in as well. He might get one more lap out of his fuel, but he might decide to come in at the same time and just get it done and dusted, but I don't think so. That's Life's obviously going to stay to the right-hand side. Yeah, definitely staying out as Evil, but That's Life will be popping in there. There he goes. So that's given Evil Knievel a bit of breathing space now behind him. So I wonder if that battle will resume a bit later on in this race. Obviously into the last half an hour now. 20 laps completed. So actually, thankfully, the mist stayed off a bit. It's a bit cloudy up there, isn't it? As I say, we're not expecting any rain, so it should remain dry. Dirt on the outside of the track there as well, them marbles, you can see. You don't want to be getting yourself out there. So slow down through from the anti-2 towards Lesmo 1. Almost running a bit wide there. Just heard him brake, having to brake a little bit more there into Lesmo 2. And up through Sergio towards Scari. That's Life now back out on track after his stop. He's on the soft tyres now. Will they last for the remainder of this race? He's still got, what, 20 odd minutes left, or just over 20 minutes left in terms of time. Quite a long time on those soft tyres, although, as I said, it's not that abrasive track or surface around here, so get away with it a little bit longer, but it's the fuel, isn't it? I'm sure the fuel's going to last for that long. Mystic Clegg, our leader, just passing him now. All teammates, so he's going to stay out of the way, isn't he? That's Life, that's for sure. So Mystic Clegg then, is he in? He is. So Mystic Clegg's in, Evil Knievel's in as well on the GR3, so we knew he was going to come in soon. Where's Declan? He's going to take up the lead now. There he is, going across now. P. White's going to be promoted also up to second place, so slowly but surely, I say slowly, pretty quick, but quickly and surely, he's getting himself up to the sharp end of this race. To second place now for P. White. Looks like Declan's being held up, is he? Not really, but had to manoeuvre his way now through some GR3 cars, so is that gonna... No, that's Evil Knievel got well out of the way there. He's not having none of that. So actually it's worked in Declan's favour a little bit there, because P. White was to be closing in as P. White goes through the traffic as well now. It could have been better for P. White had Declan got held up a little bit longer in them back markers. But he never. So P. White still where he was in second, still trying to chase down Declan in first. And there's Mystic Clegg, who's come in and come out, and actually come in and come out in third place. So still on the podium as it stands. He's in the medium tyres now. So let's see how good they are. Will he need to come in again? I think tyres will be okay. As I say, I think it's going to be the fuel that's going to be whether people are going to have to come in for a splash and a dash. So it gets to the end of this race, possibly. That's in both classes, of course, not just in the GR1s. It's Keane in fourth. Declan's still with that fastest lap of 1:35.9, so no one still has got close to that. Sure, it's going to get beaten here. Keane in fourth. Load of marbles, really dirty on that side there with the Parabolica. Of course, that's the most stressful for the tyres, that one. That's where the tyres are going to be wearing the most around there. Got the Parabolica. Hodgie in fifth place. So respect to these guys like Hodgie, Mr. Clegg and Kian, these guys, and Nath, who weren't here last week in the first round. So didn't have that kind of period of getting used to the cars. They basically got in there tonight in this round and had to go and try it, and literally the first time they've driven these cars, albeit probably practiced and had some practice sessions beforehand, but to get in something like this and do a full-on endurance race, it's difficult. So hats off to these guys. Ones that were here last week, at least they had a little bit more getting used to the car. Iron out. Nathan half a second. Who's that behind? With half a second. Mystic as well. So both of those, but that's Nathan in sixth, going to be taken by Mystic shortly. Paul is still leading that GR3 group though, in seventh place. Coming down towards turns 1 and 2 now, through there. He's on the hard tyres now, of course, so he's 2 stops already as Paul is on his final, or in the third compound tyre. My plan here really wasn't to fully fuel up. I wasn't planning on doing too many laps on the hard tyre, so I'll just put enough fuel to see me to a certain amount of laps before I come back in again for the final stop. It was a 3-stopper in the end for myself here, which at the time I wasn't sure whether it was going to be the right call or not, but we'll see. So 7th place for Paul. That's life in 8th place. He's on the softs, as we know. Already there, wearing a little bit, but I say 43 minutes in. Might be okay in terms of tyre life. They're going to be pretty warm by the time we get to the end, but you should be fine. We've only just got over probably 3/4, just over half of the tank of fuel. So I've said it plenty of times, but it's the fuel that they're going to have to manage. Knievel in 9th. Battle of the leaders in the GR1 is going to be in pit lane, but let's see where Mr. Clegg is in conjunction with them, and he's coming round the final corner now, so he's going to take that lead, assuming they don't come out of pit lane. I think they're still in. He's going to take the lead. I think just coming out now is Declan, so this is going to be a race on, isn't it? There's P. White coming out as well. He's back to 3rd, but there's a gap between Mystic and Declan, so it is race on now for this final part of the race. We're into 44 minutes, so into the last quarter. Won't be any more stops for these boys. It's going to be all the way through now, so the heat is on at the front here. Be White, he's possibly in a better position with them softs, depending, I'm not too sure, not driven the car of course, I'm too sure how many laps you can get out of them before they go pop, but he could be in a prime position there with the 2 ahead of him only on mediums and hards. Him being on the softs, got an advantage straight away. So has he played the blinder, and is he going to win this race? Is he going to get himself, well, I was going to say get himself on the podium, but he's already there effectively at the moment, isn't he? So whatever happens, if he stays where he is, he's going to get himself on the podium anyway, but he's going to want more than a 3rd place, I reckon. Trying to chase down Declan, who is chasing down Declan, and he's not far behind Mystic, so it's race for the GR1s at the front here. is hotting up. P. White has a go. Declan just got caught up a little bit behind Paul. To allow P. White to grab the opportunity. Let's have a look. Declan, it's gone ball with Declan in fact, so there's Paul ahead. Paul's, remember, they've got to run their own lines. Yeah, got held up a little bit there. Now he goes up the inside. Now watch it up the inside here. Now it goes P. White. Look at that. Took the opportunity. Declan just got a little bit caught up behind the GR3 there. Paul. That's allowed P. White to make the move and get himself up in the second place. So opportunist pass there from P. White. Got his eyes firmly set on the leader, Mystic Clegg. So P. White in second then. Where's Mystic Clegg? He's got a second penalty now. That's exactly what P. White wanted. It's not what Mystic Clegg wanted. So let's see whether, I don't know, it's quite a big gap actually, isn't there, back? That's not going to have any effect actually. I thought it was closer than that, but that's quite a long way back to P. White actually. Did P. White have a little moment there? Because I thought it was closer, but anyway, Mystic Clegg is still knocking out fastest sectors, but he's going to put a halt to that because he's got a second penalty he's going to take off now. There's P. White in the background. So actually I thought it was going to be closer than that, but actually it's not that close in the end. But I'll reiterate, P. White is still on those soft tyres. Mystic Clegg isn't. Actually, fastest lap for P. White on those softs, there you go. So he has beaten that long standing fastest lap from Declan by a couple of tenths in the end, a 1:35.7 now from P. White. So he is getting a push on. So we see Paul going in to pit lane, and that's for a splash and a dash. No tyre change there. Needed to put a little bit more fuel in just to see me to the end. But as it happens, I didn't need to in the end because, well, you'll see what happens, but to know that, of course, at the time, quite a few of us did the same thing, doing that final little bit of fuel in. But P. White then, second place, chasing down Mystic Clegg, who's got another penalty, but I see P. White taking it really wide and into the gravel, so that's he's pushing really hard, but pushing too hard. Mystic Clegg another half a second, so that's 1.5 he's got in 2 laps. Penalty on each of the last 2 laps now for Mystic Clegg, but again, not going to make too much of a difference as P. White's just coming around now through Ascari towards Parabolica. But gap is somewhere. Where is he? There he is. Mystic Clegg going around Parabolica now with P. White just coming around it now, so that's the gap. Declan in third. So what Declan got is on those hard tyres. He might have to settle for third place as it stands. It's not over till it's over. And he'll know that. Keane in fourth. He's been having a bit of a lonely race, but he's up there in 5th place. He's up past That's Life to final corner. Nathan in 6th place and still sliding it all over the place. Leeson gets a reset as well. So barriers all spread across the race circuit there. Let's go back to our GR3, and of course Evil Knievel now leading that group because Paul went in for that fuel stop, didn't he? So Evil Knievel in 7th, first in the group. That's life in 8th or second. Myself in 9th or 3rd. Captain Slow in 10th. Not much happening back here. This is all quite settled. He's on his own a little bit now. Captain Slow as well. So a bit of a lonely race now for him. I'm in 11th place. Again, really got anyone battling with him there in 11th, apart from the GR1s, but it's not really a battle, is it? And Potsy in 12th place. And probably one for Potsy to forget this particular round. Seen too much of him, in fairness, but I don't think he's quite got the grips of it round here tonight. It happens. There's always a circuit that the drivers don't like or not that familiar with, but it's maybe this is Potsy's. Mr. Clegg still with a great lead over Pete White, so just expecting that to be a little bit closer again, but I think Mr. Clegg, as it stands, could well be his first race here in the series for him, and he could be on his way to victory. "31 laps in, 51 minutes in. I think it's gonna be timed in the end, isn't it? I don't think we're gonna get to the 37 minute, the 37 lap point actually. I think the race is gonna finish before 37 laps. The hour's gonna be up before then, as we're on the 52nd minute now, so only 8 minutes effectively left of this race. Let's see. White second, Declan in third. Bollard there right in the middle of turns 1 and 2, and on the exit of turn 2 actually, and there's something else to just kind of think about as you come through there. G5th, Nathan 6th. Evil in the Supra. That's life in 8th place in the Lamborghini. Could be coming in this lap for fuel. He does. So he's in. So that's going to allow Paul to take up 8th place. I reckon it's only going to be another 4 laps for the GR3s. 4 or 5 possibly, but Paul then in 8th, Captain Slow in 9th. It's Life just exiting pit lane now, along with one of the GR1s. It was that Mr. Clegg. That's back to third then. So that was our leader, Mr. Clegg. So that means P. White's now taking up that lead. So it has worked out for him as it stands. Soft tyres, they worked the treat for him. Got himself up to where he wanted to be. 5 minutes left in this race. What can he do? So on 33, lap 33, whereas if you look at GR3s are only on lap 29, so actually That's why I said about the fuel situation. We're all looking at 37 laps for us in the GR3s, but of course, being a lot slower than the GR1s, it's not 37, is it? It's actually only 33 in the end for the GR3s. Of course, you're putting that into calculations with your fuel. Too much in at the end of the day, basing it on that, but anyway, something to consider next time round. But Evel Knievel, 8th off there, in 7th place. He's going to be coming in for fuel, and he is the leader of the GR3s, remember. At this point, is Evel Knievel. So Paul could effectively become the leader again in that group once Evel comes in. The GR1's in the background getting that a little bit wrong. Our leader, P. White, is coming up behind Evel Knievel now. So through Lesmo 2 he goes, Evel. It's Paul now. Coming up towards Lesmo 1. That's Life in 9th place. Potsy up to 10th now, so Potsy has gained a couple of spots over at Captain Slow and Graham. 3 seconds for Captain Slow. So actually Potsy. Oh, what's Potsy pulled over for? What did Potsy pull over for there? Was there an incident somewhere? Did he feel that he needed to give that place back? Sure, because he was ahead of Captain Slow at this point. He just kind of got on the anchors, let Captain Slow go by. Something must have happened, because he's just let Captain Slow go by there. Potsy, so then maybe there was a little bit of a touch or something there, and Captain Slow's got it wrong again through the chicane, and 3 seconds is already got. So look, that's where he takes Potsy. What happened at the chicane here then? Just went straight on. And he'll probably get a reset. There you go. And he's back there behind Hodgie, his teammate. So unfortunate for Captain Slow. Graham in 12th. Not far behind him now because of that incident. And of course, Captain Slow with that 3 seconds as well. Graham a little bit closer. So let's have a look at Evel, because he's in. So does that give Paul the lead in the group? It will, because he's up to 7th place now. Here's Paul. 2 laps to go for these boys. Right now, our leader of the GR1s, 2 laps for them as well, but of course the full 37s for them. 3.5 minutes left. 2.5 minutes left even. P. White. Looks like he's played a blinder here. Through Ascari. Down towards Parabolica. Fars Mystic Clegg behind him, and he's only just coming through Ascari now. So there's quite a big gap between himself and P. White, our leader. P. White is coming over now to start lap 36. And Declan in 3rd is not far behind Mystic, is he? So Declan's got an opportunity here, possibly. Though he's on the hard tyres and not got a lot of fuel left, so might have to start fuel saving his Declan. He might have to here, because there's Kian. Kian's still quite way back, but Declan might have to fuel save in order to finish this race without having to go in now. It's a bit late. He's only got 2 laps to go now. So he's not going to be catching Mystic Clegg if that is the case. Mystic Clegg on the softs. Perhaps he's going all out now on these last couple of laps to see what he can do about shrinking the lead between himself and P. White, but P. White's looking strong. at the moment, obviously, he's already on the soft spot. He's fuel now. This could be it. He's got to start fuel saving himself. Tyres are fine with 1.5 laps left, but if he's going to have to start fuel saving, Mr. Clegg, he's got plenty. He doesn't have to fuel save. We race on here at the end here for the GR1s. Let's just go back to our GR3s and see, because where are they? They've got one more lap to go for these boys. Let's go back to our leaders, P. White, Mr. Clegg. I'm intrigued now to see what happens between these two guys. I think P. White will be okay. That's my own personal opinion. I don't know. I was only racing in the race. I don't know how it finished, actually, if I'm honest with you. It's too focused on what us GR3s were doing. But when it's the fastest lap by Mr. Clegg as well. 1:35.0, so nearly of 34. So he's left it right till the last lap to get that final lap. That fastest lap, I should say, 1:35.0. So he's coming through. He's on the final lap now. Through Variante 1. P. White's coming through Variante 2. It's the gap. I still think he's got enough to see him through. P. White, going to see him coming at the shot now. Mr. Clegg, or not quite. So he's done enough, P. White, to seal the deal here in the GR1s as Paul crosses the line to start the final lap for the 3s. Stays out of the way of Kian. So for Paul there coming through Variante. What's the gap between him and Evil? Not much. Evil's there on the softs. Coming through there now. So might just have enough Paul to get that done in the 3 class. Ones are on their final lap as well, as we see our leader coming across now. Congratulations to P. White. Worked it a treat, got that win in the end. Congratulations to him. Mr. Clegg, good race in the end from him in second place. Didn't quite work out in the end for him, but led the race for quite a long time. But gets a second for his first attempt. That's pretty good. Declan's going to get third place. He was on the podium for Declan. Well done to him. Keane will get that fourth place. It's coming now down to the end of lap now for the Parabolica. I think Nath probably won't get another lap in and will remain in 6th place. There he is. Oof. He'll stay there in 6th, so Kean will get that 4th spot. Odgie will get 5th. There we go. Paul did get that win in the GR3 in the 7th place. Evil got 8th. That's Lifeall coming in 9th. Potsy got 10th in the end. Captain Slow 11th and Graham in 12th. So that was your round 2 from Monza of the mixed class championship. So join me again next time for round 3. Hope you join me for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.